Hey guys. Okay, so I know it's been a while since I've been in touch with you all. Probably like prior to New Year's. And we're looking at the end of the end of January now. I think we're the 28th today. So the last time we left off, I was coming up on here to advise you of things that you would have to do for pre and post-op, right? So I have my books here to just drop a little bit of information and to kind of veer you in the right direction, even though I don't have all the information. What I do come across, I do want to kind of inform you all of it, because that's what we do. Share and exchange ideas, so the next person can learn from what we have picked up and what we have experienced and all that good stuff. So that's what I'm here to do. So I want to make sure that I give you all everything I've got right now. And then if you have any questions, you could definitely, leave a comment below and I'll do my best to answer it. All right. So the first thing that I wanted to go ahead and touch up on, which a lot of people have made videos about, is the vitamins before surgery that are required. Now, this is based on majority of what I've seen. So vitamin C is definitely one of them. I saw that about 1,000 milligrams a day, and that was like any kind of vitamin C pills, chewable. They have something called Emergency. I'm sure you guys have seen the commercials on TV. They have those sachets. I don't know, the little packets. And then another thing is iron pills. Iron pills are important to bring up your iron levels, because that's a lot of what the surgeons look for. They look for your hemoglobin level. They want to make sure you have, your iron up, and any type of other chronic conditions that you might have, they'll check that too to make sure that you're good. But they're gonna check everything. So iron pills is something else that you could definitely stock up on, which is important. I myself have very low iron. My hemoglobin levels and iron were very low, to the point where I needed both blood transfusion and an iron infusion. So I actually ordered something off of from Walmart called SS Tonic, and when I tell you it works, I am basically testifying to the fact that it works, because I actually got 2 iron infusions in December. And then now in January, I started taking the SS Tonic. Now my iron levels were not completely where they needed to be, but they were getting there from the iron infusion. So I, started taking the SS Tonic. And when I tell you, within 2 weeks, my iron levels shot up. My hemoglobin is really good. Like, for instance, in August of last year, I needed to be hospitalized because my iron was really, really low. I think it was down to like a 6 level. And it's supposed to be like 12, 13, somewhere in that range. Anywhere between 12 and 15, it's supposed to be, I think. So mine was like a 6. I needed a blood transfusion. And then I needed my iron infusions. So once I get the blood transfusion, I brought it up to about an 8. 8 point something. And then I in December got my iron infusions. Then in January now here, I started taking SS tonic, and between time for me taking my infusions and actually taking the SS tonic, and which I only took the SS tonic for like a week and a half, to be honest with you, um, and that helped my iron tremendously. Laugh at me if you want to. Um, and so I feel like that, that definitely was working for me. Another thing that you're supposed to take now is folic acid. That is what I've actually been told by doctors, to take folic acid. Now, these are things that you're taking before surgery, right? And they do tell you to take your multivitamins and things of that nature. But they do say two things that I've heard is that vitamin A and E are not necessarily some things that you want to intake prior to your surgery. So I would say maybe about a month before your surgery, you should probably stop taking anything that contains vitamin A and vitamin E. Now, everything that you hear about, vitamin E is supposed to be good for your skin and vitamin A is supposed to be good for other things. I guess that it has to do with bleeding. It has to do with bleeding. That's why they tell you to not take vitamin A and E before your surgery. I've always also been told, now this is kind of veering off of vitamins, that you should have a high protein diet, which is essential to healing. This is before and after. Now I'm shifting off a little bit to something, some lists of things that I've seen that need to be taken before and after. Fruits, dark leafy veggies to alkalize the body. Alkalinize the body. Right. So when your body is alkaline, you tend to be in a better state to balance out everything that you have as far as your vitamins, your nutrients and stuff like that. And if your body is balanced, like as far as pH wise, you tend to heal better, you tend to heal faster and things of that nature, which is why they insist on fruits and dark leafy vegetables for your body's pH to be at the prime state. Um, Organic apple cider vinegar, 2 teaspoons in 8-ounce water 3 times daily. I wrote that down. I guess that's important. I mean, I myself have experience with organic apple cider. I used to use it for weight loss purposes. I used to use it for getting your body healthy and flushing your body out and things of that nature. Another thing that they do advise you to take is probiotics for your digestive system to be good and fluid and stuff like that, because when you go through surgery, after you have surgery, you're going to have to take pain pills, or you may require pain pills, which causes constipation, unfortunately. So that is something else that they have suggested to take. Now, before surgery, as there can increase oozing and the risk of additional bleeding, I wrote down avoid vitamins and herbal supplement. So the ones that I did suggest that you take prior to surgery, you take those, but anything else you should avoid when it has to do with prior to your surgery, so that you will avoid those issues. So how to increase your hemoglobin levels is multivitamins, B12 and B complex vitamins, iron, folic acid, and vitamin C. Those are ways in order for you to increase your hemoglobin levels. Another thing that I wanted to point out is with the SS tonic, for people who have to take the iron or you need to increase your iron. I've heard that it's best to take it with orange juice, although it tastes nasty. Straight up, some people rather just do it straight up, but for me, I it seems to help in 2 ways. Number one, in order for your body to absorb your iron better, coupled with vitamin C, like orange juice, is a very good way to actually drink it. You have to take three tablespoons daily, and I just about 4 ounces of water, 2 to 4 ounces of water, and I'll go ahead and put the 3 tablespoons in there, and I'll just sip on it within a couple minutes, and damn, bam, I got it in. So let's see, little things that I just kind of wanted to point out, and this is after surgery. I heard something called Vita Medica, which is supposed to be some sort of a supplement. It has arnica and bromelain in it. Now, bromelain is something that I heard about, that is an enzyme that's located in pineapples and pineapple juice. One tip: after surgery, drink pineapple juice. If you like it, great. If you don't, try your best to drink it, because it is supposedly supposed to be very, very good with healing and things of that nature. I think I read somewhere where pineapple juice is 5 times more potent than cough syrup. So something to think about. So Arnica is supposed to help with the soreness and swelling, which is in the Vita Medica supplements. And bromelain is a type of enzyme found in high concentration in pineapples, like I said, and the pineapple plant. It's supposed to reduce pain, supposed to reduce edema, which is water retention, and it's supposed to reduce inflammation. So another way that you can actually intake pineapples, because I will touch on that point, when you're after surgery, either pineapple juice. You can make pineapple tea with the pineapple, the skin and the core, because of course we don't eat the skin and the core. So if you're gonna go ahead and eat the pineapples, another way to reuse, the pineapple is to take the skin and the core and boil it and make tea with it. Let's see, anything else. Stock up on your fiber 1 bars. There's powdered fiber that you can take, that sort of thing to help you with. I heard that Miralax is really, really good as far as constipation goes, because you remember them pain pills will constipate you. So that's another thing. Drink Powerade, not Gatorade. Powerade is less high in sodium than Gatorade is, and that's important to remember, because if you're healing and after your surgery, you want to go ahead and make sure that your body is releasing all the fluids and things of that nature, so that your swelling can go down. If you intake more sodium, it's harder for your body to release that fluid. So make sure you try to see if you can go ahead with the Powerade instead of Gatorade. I heard that it's important to have Benadryl in the event that your skin starts itching after surgery. A lot of people complain about the itching. I think it's because of the faja, and your body and your skin is sweat. It's always important to try your best to have like a tank top or something like that underneath the area, especially the midsection, because you're going to have your ab board, you're going to have your lumbar board, and you're going to have your foam